Everyone is again on dual sports, and I am the big ADV stick in the mud. I'm doing a group ride. We're in Kyoto, Japan. It's a dealer-sponsored run. We will take our time getting to the dirt. Till then, we'll be back. 10 minutes outside of the city of Kyoto. We are on the edge of the city, and it looks like this. It's a dense forest. Oof. It's the biggest water crossing I ever did. Am I Dakar yet? 3 degrees in the sun, 38 Fahrenheit. And as always, it's too cold for GoPro, so that's just there for decoration. Here we go. This is supposed to be the easy road that's mostly flat, but he's gonna judge us all and decide how hardcore do we go. Maintain enough speed and you should be fine on even a heavier bike. And now it's getting rougher. So I'm sure it would be easier trading bikes with one of the smaller 250 enduro types. Trail runners. If you were the type who's going to move to Japan and want to ride off-road, it is staggering how many more people in Kansai actually venture off the beaten path. Before moving down here, I have ever once seen someone else out doing this kind of tomfoolery. This is the atmosphere where I could justify the adventure bike over the dual sport. The adventure bike being the better road bike, but this is not a world beyond the true limits. The bike's limits are far more advanced than my limits on the bike. That was just a checkup on how's everyone feeling, how's everyone doing. Tire pressure arguments. Do you air down or not? I didn't air down last time. I did air down just a bit in the rear. I've aired down enough that it's a much easier ride. I'll be in first gear for this. Yeah, this one feels like a first gear kind of hill. The guide has 30 years of riding experience in these mountains. Gonna give her a second to get ahead. Don't fall in the rut. That would hurt, I think. Wow, we've made it to the top. This is where he said we'd take a break. Here's our champion. Here's the crew, -1-0, which is right there. 2 ladies, a German, the guide, and me. And she's older than my mother. We're going back down the hill. First place and last place are talking to each other. He went straight in the rut. I'm just gonna use my clutch as a rear brake. I don't like this. Fully braking and just sliding and sliding. My pants are stuck. I got my pants stuck on the peg. Luckily, I will have in the pants soon. Thank you, Black Friday. And these actually have rips now in the Gore-Tex liner. Little lumpy, not too bad. Surprise U-turn. Don't go over the edge. A few other bikes that aren't with us came through. So again, I just can't believe how many people do this in Kansai. Here comes oncoming traffic. All right. This is the guy from earlier. Oh. Second gear. See what that? That was a first gear kind of hill and speed. The luxury of riding with Japanese people. They're very forgiving. And just happy to be out having fun. That was the same lady jumping logs earlier. I'm still quite a novice, so please, please, please comment below If you've got experience and you know what I'm doing wrong or could be doing better, I'd love to hear it. Should have given him a bit more space there. Everybody tumbles. Gotta give him enough space so that he doesn't tumble and I rumble over him. I was recently told you really only have to air down for deep sand, which Japan barely has, and gravel, which is pretty much most of what Japan has. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. So there's a reason not to just kill the engine and use your clutch as a e-brake. I had to accelerate just a bit to stay upright. But I am having a good time today, and it must go to say that falling definitely shook my confidence as hard as I fell and as much as I couldn't walk the following few days. So I need to get better at falling. Okay, here we go. Let me focus. Oh, that bottomed out hard. Oh, that was 100% the bottom of the suspension. Gosh. Oh, here we go. Mud and wet clay and woo, and branches and woo. Women who do enduro are much more willing to just let the bike fall. Men stick to it and keep trying to go. So I need to fall like a woman, is what I learned. Let's go. So that when the bike starts going, I let it go. Because I would rather total my bike than my leg. I managed to miss filming when the other two tumbled while they were doing stunts on the log. What they did is their bike started to go and they let it. They're also on dualsports. Oh, here we go. How to stop bottoming out. Go slower. But yeah. I made it. That's why you have friends. They wait for you. Let's see if she makes it. She makes it because she's better than me. Let's aim for the mud puddle because I'm hardcore. I am so cool. Look at me now, Mom. 2 hands. More splash. Not being in first place, I can smell which bikes do and do not have catalytic converters. Shoes. I know modern bikes are getting quiet, but I can hear his chain louder than his bike. Right, we had lunch. We're at the next dirt trail. Pyoink. Doink. Pyoink. You could almost sit down for this entire thing, but then there's just the sudden boinks and doinks. I assume those are the technical terms. Doink. Doink. Boink. Pyoink. 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 Pudding. Shikaboink. Boink. Boom, boom. Doink. It's a much bumpier road than the previous ones, but with a whole lot more grip. But I don't know what those little mounds are cutting across the road every now and then. Like this. That seems to be man-made, and I want to know why. Why did man make such things? See? There was a rock. I guess we're back to pavement for a minute. We're doing U-turns. We're not supposed to use that road, but people do. There's just traffic cones in the middle of a dirt road. That makes sense, I guess. Oh, sweet mountain river, won't you take me away? Way west of the prairies, where I wanna play, yeah. 'Cause I haven't felt home in this city for so long, so long. Tenerife, what's good? Another dirt road. Let's get dirty. X gonna give it to you. We're gonna give it to you. Knock, knock, open up the door. It's real. I don't know what that means. Knock, knock, open up the door. It's real. Look, there's a man. Hello, man. Spagoosh. When we stopped for lunch, the 2 ladies with us talked about how their grandmothers, and something just bounced off my foot. I don't know what. Grandmothers with grandkids the same age as our kids, and the secret to a youthful life is don't stop playing. The one in front of me goes surfing when she's not riding. So if you don't quit having fun, you'll stay youthful, you know, as long as you don't have too much fun and crash and die. I need to turn my heated grips off again. This is what I've been dreaming of. The kind of dirt riding where I can fall down and stand back up rather than falling off a cliff. I think I'm even in cell range. Oh yeah. We're living the lap of luxury today. Ow. I think that was a rock or a log that just bounced off the front of my toe. Oh, we're getting soggy. Boom, boom. Little boulders and logs hiding in some of these bushes. I can say I like riding in the dirt when it's like this. I'm having a lot of fun today, with a lot less of a I don't want to die feeling. Ooh, there hit a rock and I went slippery slip. I guess this is another U-turn road. Back down the hill. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in rock and roll and drift away, away. I don't know why I have been listening to so much Uncle Kracker recently. Mud, splash. Now I can go home and make my family think I'm cool, 'cause I'll have a muddy bike. True adventure. Sponsored in part by the like and subscribe button. Click today. Ooh, there was some slippage. I believe I have now discovered my off-road riding goals, and it is to one day be comparably skilled to a retired grandmother. Aim high, gentlemen and ladies, and you may achieve. Big splash. 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 It's the forest man drinking tea. He gave us some pointers up in the mountain if we had any questions. So it's kind of like an off-road lesson. I'll put a link for the dealership in the description. This is not a sponsored video. They're in North Kyoto. And jump. I didn't jump it. Pyom. Pyom. Badoink. Splash. Wet. Splash. Splash. Oh. Splash. Splash, splash, splash. Well, that makes this a one-way turnaround. A splashity, splashity, wet, wet, wet. Splash. Look at all these bike tracks. Must be some cool kids out here. Badoink. Didn't bottom out that time. Debris. Good boink. Fly in my eye. I gotta take my goggles off. A fly got in my eye. I don't know how I got a fly in my eye, but we had a conversation about air pressure during our last break. CRF was using the Honda recommended pressures. Then the guide suggested off-road recommended pressures. Claims that it's become immaculately easy to ride. Those trees will eventually rot and become a catastrophe. We're going up again. Never mind, we're going down again. Looks like we're at another turnaround. That's a cool tree. I could fit inside that tree. Everyone keeps saying fratto as their way of saying flat in Japanese, to say it's like an easy flat dirt road. And then it's not flat at all. It's just a straight up a mountain. So I think when they say flat, they mean it's a smooth road. And it's not giant ruts and jagged rocks. And believe it or not, this is not a dirt road. This is a concrete road that just goes up and straight into the forest. I don't know how it looks on camera, but I assure you this is impressively steep and bumpy. These are things you can find all over Japan. This is the proper road. It's paved and then it's suddenly not, I guess. Mini shrine. Ooh, that was front and rear slide at the same time. Big drops. Bumpy, bumpity, 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 bump. Sticks and bumpity, bump. Bumpity, 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 bump. This is the last one and we're heading home. We met at the dealer at 9 a.m. Left at 9:30. It's 1 minute before 4. So not a bad adventure, if you ask me. Is there a technical term for hard-packed mud? Because that's what this is. It is wet, slick, and yet hard-packed all at the same time. This is the kind of almost paved road. We're heading back to the dealer now, and I will see you there. Unbelievably, this is a two-way street. So we're now having a traffic jam. If you can see that car, yeah, Japan thought this could be a two-way street. And we're back. Adventure Leo. They started as a Harley dealership and decided to pivot all the way to off-road, and what an adventure. I had a good time, I appreciated it. Cleaned the bike, and then take the hour-long trip home. Till next time.